and I'm going to try to find out here shortly who is on the play and who is on the draw. It's definitely not game 1. Might be game 3. Might be, here's hoping. That'd be a sick game 3. I think I saw a Rattleclaw Mystic from Carter, so I'm pretty sure he's on Devotion. As the players take every bit of their 3 minutes to mulligan, or present their decks, shuffle and present their decks, not mulligan. Alright, Stewart presented his deck. I'm sure Carter's not far behind. Oh, this might be round 2 action. Round 2 action. Awesome. It looked like Carter rolled a 5 and Stewart rolled a 1. So I think Carter is going to be on the play here. Stewart doesn't seem to be content with his 7. Carter looks like he's keeping. Stewart's shipping it back for the mulligan. Hopefully his 6 suits him better. Alright, Stewart's taking a good look at his 6. I think I only see a forest. Yeah, he didn't find what he was looking for. He's going to ship it back and go to 5. I'm not sure how the Timber deck plays out of this position, but it'll be interesting to see. Alright, looked like a Temple off Carter, and a Elvish Mystic turn 1 for Stewart, and a turn 2 Rattleclaw Mystic for Carter. An Evolving Wilds for Stewart, and then he's going to play an Heir of the Wilds on turn 2. So not a bad start off a 5-lander, off a 5-card hand. There's a turn 2 courser, or turn 3 courser for Carter, explaining that he had the man with the Radical, and he finds a Wooded Foothills on top of the deck, so he's going to put that into play and go to 21. See if I can get them to adjust that life pad there. I know they're not really used to it, so I try not to be too hard on them. There's another Heir of the Wilds after an attack from Steward, putting Carter down to 19. He's going to untap, draw, and reveal a Polychronos, the World Eater. Let's see what Carter wants to do with that. He plays a lane, goes to 20. Steward chooses to sacrifice that Evolving Wilds now. And Carter just plays a Polychronos. Not a bad little turn for Carter, who is generally much farther ahead on board position right now. Let's see if Stewart can mount a comeback from this position. It might be possible. A couple of good burn spells, some good attacks, and some bad blocks from Carter. We could see a quick little swing in the pendulum here, as Carter airs a sucker on TV or on Twitch. I'm gonna see if I can get a pause in the action and make sure they're using that life pack correctly. Alright, so now that I got that all squared away, we life total situated. Carter is at 16, draws the Polychronos and reveals an Elvish Mystic. He's going to crack that Wooded Foothill, staying at 16, thanks to the life gain from the Courser once the forest enters the battlefield. Shuffle his deck and find a new card on top. Let's see what happens. Reveals a Sylvan Caryatid. Let's see what Carter can do with that. If he has another fetch land, he can shuffle it away. Carter does look to be a little mana heavy. I think I saw a mountain and a forest in his hand. Let's see what he's at. Plays a mountain going to 17 off the Courser trigger. And there's a Genesis Hydra for 3. And a Sylvan Caryatid is the get off a Temple and Whisperwood Elemental, which aren't legal targets. So Sylvan Caryatid, he does handle it, adds to his board, gets a 0-3 Defender for that Heir of the Wilds, and a 3-3 beater in that Genesis Hydra. And I see a Dragon Lord Atarka sitting in Carter's hand, and reveals a Radical Mystic on the top. He's going to attack with that Courser, and let's see if Stewart decides to take it or block. Yeah, he's just going to block with Elvish Mystic. Seems to be good on mana now, so no need for that. Untaps, draws the card. It's a Lightning Strike. Evolving Wilds and Lightning Strike, and now you're starting to see that mulligan to 5 take effect, as Stewart is left with very little in the resource department compared to Carter's Genesis Hydra, Courser, board and the chain of cards that he is going to be drawing and or digging through, not necessarily drawing off the Courser triggers. So Stewart's going to Lightning Strike Carter to the face, it looks like, and drop him to 14. And just pass the turn. Carter's going to untap. Draw that Rattleclaw Mystic, reveal an Elvish Mystic. Play a land, go to 15 off the Courser trigger. And let's see if it's just Dragon Lord Atarka time. And it is. That's gonna take care of the Heir of the Wilds. And 5 damage coming in here. It's gonna drop Stewart to 15 health. And the life pad indicates an even game, but the board state does not. Carter is way ahead, has an 8/8 flying Dragon Lord Atarka, a Courser of Krufix, and a 3/3 Genesis Hydra. And Stewart is out of cards in hand, so let's see how far this goes. I don't know what's in Stewart deck. He might have an out, and I guess we'll find out shortly. As he shuffles up, he'll present the cut and draw his card for the turn. And it looked to be a forest, which is exactly what you don't want to see in that situation, as Carter untaps for his turn, draws a card, reveals and plays the forest, going to 16 life. Reveals a Hornet Queen on top of his deck, which cannot be good for Stewart in the long run, if the game even gets that far. As Stewart is going to take 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage, and he's going to drop to 2 life. Draws his card for the turn. I can't really make out what it is from this position. Let's see what Stewart's thinking about. And whatever it wasn't good enough, as Carter Newman is going to take game 1 here on Stewart Deering's Molda 5, and it was just too much too quick from the green-red Devotion player. And Carter Newman will go up 1 game in this standard match from Hometown Hobbies at 1119 4th Avenue, Huntington, West Virginia. I am Michael Robinson. A lot of you guys know me as Mike Rob, and I'm streaming from Rare Drops right next door. For all your retro gaming needs, be sure to check them out. And Carter has to be pretty confident being up a game here against the Timber deck. We'll see what sideboard plans happen. I'm not sure exactly what Carter is going to bring in for this matchup. Timber isn't really much of a deck you see anymore, but it does have a niche in the meta, so we'll find out. Looks like he's only bringing in 5 cards. Trying to see what they might be. Looks like a Hornet Nest or 2, an Ugin. And that's Roast on top, and he's thinking about those. I'm pretty sure, yep, that's Roast. I can't see what a sideboarded out. It looked like some Xenagoses and a Courser. And Stewart was really quick about his mulliganing. I didn't get to see anything that he brought out or brought in.